mynews.studio.
You know, changing just one part of our diet could potentially save 15 million lives every year. But if that's the case, why haven't our eating habits shifted yet?
So today's date is 2025-10-22. The EAT-Lancet Commission has just come out with a new update. Their main message: if people worldwide adopt the planetary health diet, we could prevent up to 15 million deaths annually and drastically cut food-related greenhouse gas emissions. But the obvious question is, what is this diet exactly?
At its core, the idea is straightforward. Eat more fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, and whole grains. Cut down on red meat, dairy, and added sugars. But here's something important. It's not a rigid prescription. The diet is built to be flexible, so different cultures and regions can adapt it. Why do you think that flexibility matters?
Well, food is deeply personal. People's choices are often tied to culture and tradition. The Commission actually stresses that the planetary health diet is meant as a guide, not a strict rulebook. That way, local foods and ways of eating aren't lost. Instead, there's a shift: more plant-based, less processed. The intention is to improve both health and sustainability, but without erasing identity.
And the scale of their modeling is hard to ignore. By 2050, we're looking at 10 billion mouths to feed. The Commission claims it's possible to do this while staying within the planet's limits if we start now. But that would mean doubling our intake of plant-based foods and cutting red meat and sugar consumption by more than half. Do you think those targets are realistic?
That's where things get tricky. There are serious political and economic obstacles. Meat and dairy industries hold a lot of sway, and some economies really depend on livestock production and big crops. And let's face it, people are attached to their food routines. So the report says governments have to be proactive. Do they give specifics?
Yes, they do. The recommendations include subsidies for healthier foods, taxes on unhealthy options, and support for farmers who transition to sustainable practices. But there's more. The report frames this as a justice issue too, calling for fair wages, safe working conditions, and ensuring everyone can access affordable, nutritious food. How do you see those pieces coming together?
It's a delicate balance. On one hand, you need policies that actually help farmers, especially small producers and marginalized groups, make the shift to sustainable agriculture. On the other, supply chains have to become fairer, so profits aren't concentrated at the top. That could mean safety nets for workers who lose out in the transition, and making sure communities have a say in the changes. Otherwise,
people get left behind, right? The Commission also singles out food waste as a huge issue. Cutting waste is a major opportunity. And there's another point: protecting traditional diets so we don't lose food cultures in pursuit of nutrition or lower emissions. This isn't just about health numbers or carbon footprints, is it? It's about transforming the whole food system. But what's the trade-off?
they actually put numbers to that. The Commission calculates that the benefits, better health, a more resilient climate, greater equity, outweigh the costs by more than 10 to 1. So really, the question becomes, can we afford not to take these steps?
That's the heart of it. What we choose to eat every day is shaping the planet's future and our own health. The evidence is there. The plan exists. What's left is for us to move from understanding to action, together.
And in the end, it's about whether we're ready, as a society, to rethink how we eat, how we produce food, and what fairness means in our food system. It's a big ask. Are we prepared?
Today we looked at how the planetary health diet could save lives, cut emissions, then push for a fairer food system. Thanks for joining us as we broke down what this means for us and for the world.
Thank you for listening. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Give it a try. There's a free version available.